Hi YouTube friends, Alicia back here with the third journal I have finished. This is the last one I have finished now, and I have started a Winnie the Pooh journal, which is nowhere near finished. It will take quite a while because I have to lengthen all the pages, as I did for this one, but I wanted to get on and show you this one so I can get it put away. As you can see, it is fabric covered. It's upholstery fabric that I cut down and then just stitched around so it didn't keep fraying, and then I wrapped it with a velvet or velveteen trim, whatever you call it, and I finished the edge with the French braid. I don't think that's the right name for it, I forget what it's called. So inside I have a layer of Tyvek, and then I have a Tyvek envelope it's made on, and then I covered it in coffee dyed paper and washi tape around the edges. It is quite tall, so I was able to use 12 by 12 scrapbooking pages, fold it in half, and then I just made pockets. I obviously had to cut not cut them, but fold them over, but I did not have to cut any of the 6 by 6 length off. This journal took quite a while. I used all scraps that I had, so stamps, die cuts, printables, anything I had available to me I pretty much used in this journal, and then I went ahead and I stenciled the white pages. I did not print anything new off for this journal. As I've said in my previous two videos, I've been working really hard to work through some of my stash and make some space for some new stamped images, die cuts, all that kind of thing, which I have, and then I have now stamped a whole pile more stamped images. So, a little gorgeous girl. And I will say that some of this ephemera came from swaps that I did when I was still part of Junk Journal Junkies, so many years ago. This is like I made it like a vintage photo card, but it is printables that I had in my stash. Cluster at the bottom. This is done with a vintage stamp. This is also a vintage stamp. Fabric, upholstery fabric pocket. This journal all started with wanting to use up some upholstery fabric that I had. So I went from there, and then I just kept using up things in my stash. Stamped and cut out images. This is also stamped. Somebody stamped that for me. I also punched the edges, which I don't normally do, but I was looking to, like I said, use some supplies that I hadn't used and used up the stash. This is wallpaper. This was also gifted to me. Just an envelope that I decorated with a piece of stamped and dyed paper. Collage up there. I'm not going to say every time there's a stamp or a die cut, you guys can see that, obviously. This was from a master board that I cut down and turned into a journaling card. This here is a vintage game piece. I don't know how to play the game. I've had it in my stash for quite a while. Left this open so that I could either stamp or write something in there. This is streamer that I just ruffled. This was a printable. I don't know who made them, sorry. This is a belly band that I made. I cut out my printables like I do my stamps and die cuts and all that, and I just keep a bunch of them ready on hand for when I want to create. So I mix and match all the ephemera pieces, because I buy a lot of, or I used to buy a lot of kits. I haven't bought anything in months, but I like buying ephemera kits more than I do digital journal kits. So I have tons of ephemera, and I get a lot of it free from different Facebook groups as well. However, I don't think there's any of that in here because I don't think I had any printed off at the time I made this. Another altered envelope. Sorry, I'm kind of quiet. I don't necessarily feel like I have much to say about this journal. It's pretty self-explanatory. An altered index card with lace. This is the vintage blue ribbon piece. I don't know if I've ever used any of them in my journals yet. I've had them for years. But with not working, it definitely puts a damper on the spending, which I am 100% okay with. I actually really enjoy using what I have, going through and using things up. And I've been making a conscious effort to use things up, as well as declutter. And I basically told myself, if I don't want to declutter the item, I have to use it. So that is where, you know, you're starting to see all these images and stamps and things like that being used, because I've just, like I said, I've had them in my stash, some of them for 10, 12, 15 years. I've moved them with me, you know, I've moved houses, and I've been here almost 10 years, right? And so it's just time that I use them. I don't want to just hoard random pieces. Okay, well, this comes out. It's a journaling card. This is embossed book page. This is done with a stencil. And then embossing glaze by Tim Holtz. You just use what's it called? Clear embossing dauber. Sorry, it was next to me. I was just looking at what it was called. And you can emboss stencils. I really like these ephemera pieces. I do not even know if I have them saved anywhere on my computer. I have no idea where they came from. But I did use them all the pieces I had in this journal. And that is the back of it. So it's 2 signatures. I don't know what the size is. It doesn't really matter, but I will measure. So it's about 9 inches by 6 1/4, 6 1/2. So like I said, it's fair size. I have no idea what I'll use this journal for. I don't know if I'll keep it. I think I will most likely keep it because I used a bunch of stamped images in it there that I really like and I have been hoarding. And I really like how it turned out. And it's flat. As full as it is, it's completely flat. Sorry about my nails again. I've been working in the garden, so it is what it is. But anyways, thank you for watching. Any comments, questions, leave them below. And please, please, if you're not subscribed and you're watching my channel, make sure to subscribe. It is really, really hard to get recognized in the algorithms at this point. And so, I mean, I was getting 10, 12 views and now I'm getting no views. So you know, it's been pretty terrible. But I enjoy YouTube and I want to keep making videos for you all. So please help me get recognized in the algorithm. Thank you. And yeah, I'll talk to you all soon.